this exercise is going to be a great little, this is a little breathwork exercise that is going to help you with some lateral rib cage and posterior rib cage expansion, learning how to breathe into those areas instead of defaulting to maybe anterior or shoulders up to your ears, which is going to get some rib cage mobility and a little bit of your spine mobility, which is going to feel really nice. So what we are going to do is, I like to sit on yoga blocks. You can also sit on the ground if it's comfortable, or you might want to be a little bit more elevated. But the key is getting into some hip flexion so your thighs and knees can block your belly if you feel comfortable. So we don't want to be in pain in this position, but this does help us get into more of a blocking position so that you can really direct the breath where you want to go. I like to sit on yoga blocks a little bit because it's a little bit more comfortable for me. Then from here, you're gonna want to round your back and kind of push your spine behind you. We don't wanna sink really far down. We still wanna kind of stay a little bit taller, but we do wanna push our rib cage and spines behind us and feel us tuck our tailbones ever so slightly so that you get a little bit of rounding all throughout your back. Then from here, your arms can kind of rest on your knees like so, or you can add an additional amount of stretch in your mid-back by reaching your arms forwards. Your neck needs to be in kind of neutral. It can be looking straight ahead or just a little bit down, but you don't want to have it tucked. We don't want to be looking up towards the ceiling and promoting a lot of extension. So you can kind of pick what feels most comfortable for you there. And for here, what you're going to be focusing on is a closed mouth nasal breathing inhale, where you feel your breathing east to west, so into your sides and rib cage, that direction, and into your back. So we want to feel expansion in our sides of our rib cage and into our backs. What we don't want to feel is a lot of our shoulders coming up to our ears. So if you try to take a really quick, fast, hard breath in, you will immediately default to here because it's easier. We want a very slow and gentle breath into our sides and backs to get more movement there and to direct our breath there. Now, the other thing is after your inhale, you are going to exhale, and there are two ways you can try doing this. Really what I'm looking for is that you can feel your obliques and your ab muscles here. So as you exhale, you can either feel like you are blowing out candles or like you are fogging up a mirror. So blowing out candles, that, or fogging up a mirror. Those feel different for different people. So you can pick which one feels best for you that allows you to really feel the obliques and feel like your rib cage is kind of coming down towards the top of your pelvis. So that is going to be your exhale. We're really getting a little bit more rounding. Your rib cage is shifting back a little bit more. And then after you get all of your air out with your exhale, then you are going to hold for 3 to 4 seconds. Now, if you are somebody who does not tolerate that very well, then just hold for a second or two and work your way up. But we're trying to get towards this 3 to 4 second hold so that we're spending more time in an exhaled state rather than inhaling. And then you're going to inhale again into your sides and back and repeat the process. So it's going to look something like this. And then you would repeat for the prescribed amount of reps that is on your program. Typically, we'll start with 5 to 10 breaths, and maybe for one round, maybe for a few rounds, anything is going to be great to start, and then we want to progress from there. You might feel some cramping in your abs, which is totally fine. If this feels really challenging when you're starting out, then you need to drop the intensity and make it a little bit easier. So you're not trying so hard. You're not trying to get an A on this test. You're really just trying to get some air into different places when you breathe. That's all we're doing. Your breath is movement. We can train all movements, and you're just trying to give your body more options and feel that you can get some movement into your sides and back when you breathe. Again, the really big key here is just not getting your breath up here when you're inhaling, and then finding your obliques and abs when you exhale. That's all we're looking for. Over time, you might feel that you can access those better. You can get a bigger breath in, things like that, and those would all be good signs of progress.